Brought to you by Penguin. The Carnival of Ash by Beckerlegge. Read by Nathaniel Priestley. First Canto. The Five Deaths of Carlo Mazzoni, in which an aspiring poet makes an unfortunate impression. 1. An auspicious arrival. The retreating winter had left cypresses shivering in the graveyard beside the church de San Felice. In the shadow of listing crosses, muddy hollows stagnated. Angels slipped despairingly into a tangled sea of grass. Rows of headstones stood absent-minded, crumbling and clad in moss, their inscriptions weathered to the point of illegibility. Having already departed the world once, the graveyard's inhabitants now faced disappearing from memory altogether, a mouldering republic on the verge of oblivion. Presently, an old man came tramping through the forest of crosses. Wild-haired and stooped with age, he moved nevertheless with a light step, pulling behind him a small cart bearing a body wrapped in a sheet. An upended shovel jutted into the air above his shoulder. Upon arriving at his destination, an unmarked plot at the cemetery's eastern limits, he planted the shovel in the hard ground and began manhandling the corpse from the cart, only to discover, to his surprise, that the hole he had labored to dig the previous day was already occupied. A young man lay at the bottom of the grave, his eyes closed and his arms folded across his chest, cradling a sheaf of parchment. He was unshaven and unkempt, his hose torn at the knee and his doublet motley with wine stains, dirt, and what appeared to be dried blood. An ugly bruise flowered on his temple. Try as he might to affect the inert and indifferent air of the dead, the youth was visibly shivering in the cool morning. The gravedigger, whose name was Ercole, reached down with his shovel and nudged him in the leg. He twitched but did not open his eyes. Ercole straightened up.
I confess that the ways and whims of the nobleman will forever remain a mystery to me, he said, his tone conversational. But I'll wager there's softer beds to be found in the city.
Leave me be, sir,
a sombre whisper floating up from the earth.
The only comfort I seek is darkness, silent and eternal.
You would have me throw a blanket of soil over you?
Wield your shovel, sir, the young man said, his eyes still closed. I am no more alive than the heap of flesh and bone inside that sheet.
The gravedigger looked down at the corpse by his feet.
You've a lot more to say than he has, he said.
Then I will speak no more.
He drew his papers tight to his chest.
This city is deaf to my words anyway.
Ah, you are a poet.
At that, an eye opened.
What would you know about poetry?
Scant little, sir. I am but a humble grave-digger. My daily companions have few pretty words to offer me on our short journeys together. But this is Cadenza, home to 100 poets, all of them solemn with heartbreak, their spirits bruised and buffeted by the violent affections of their art.
Do not speak to me of broken hearts, as though I was some love-struck maiden,
the youth said bitterly.
You know nothing of the black deeds I have committed to leave myself here, my clothes torn and my reputation in ruins.
I know that you would not be the first to find yourself nursing a sore head and regrets at the day's first light.
Ercole tried.
The sun will still rise in the sky. The birds will not fall silent at your passage. Do not rush to make a decision that cannot be undone.
Would that I could undo the previous night, came the groan. Then I would bound from this place and bid you good morning. But what is done, and here I must remain.
Ercole tugged thoughtfully on his ear.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?